the principle of people telling you to settle for something when you want greater. You're not being fulfilled in all aspects of your life, even though you may have it really good. You want more. Somebody telling them about the what if, don't screw it up, don't take that risk. And what I did was I proceeded as if success was inevitable, and that's what I'm telling you to do too. The only time you come out with nothing is if you never act on it. The reason that we are who we are is all based on past experiences. When you grow up in a certain environment and that's all that you know, that's all you think is available to you. I am capable of anything that I want to do. It's not about someone being special, the decisions that you make. It's the work that you put into you. Peyton, do you think you can do anything in this world? I will say 1000% yes. And I believe that everybody can do anything in this world as long as they take away those limiting beliefs. It's fine, this is enough. No, it's not enough. And that's okay to say that. Why am I going to put myself in a box? No, I want more for myself. If you have a dream, you're like itching in your skin to get out, do it. That feeling is never gonna go away. She is 70 something years old and she never fulfilled that for herself. That is not something that I have any interest in doing or feeling. Anxiety loves stillness, not the peaceful kind, the paralyzed kind. I can uphold a professional standard at my job and show up with the skills to back that up without a personality change. You have to change who you are to fit into that space that's simply not a space that's meant to hold you. You lose yourself along the way. You start to resent that thing. Right now, you're being called to share your voice, breaking the chain that your past family has done. You are here. You are destined for a big, incredible life. You get to rewrite and create your own dreams and visions. We have one shot at this life. Who cares? Who cares? Embarrassment is not real. No risk, no reward. You certainly will learn something from it. I was able to teach you guys stuff too. That's so cool because I just put myself out there. You don't ever have to fit in a box just because people are telling you it's the safest way to live. I want to share this because I think that it can really help a lot of people. Mic dropped. This is the type of video that I've been wanting to make for a really long time because there's so much that I have to say about this type of stuff, and I'm finally gonna do it. So here we go. By the end of this video, you are going to have a new changed mindset on the things that you want in this life, on going and getting the things that you want in this life. Okay, this is not mine. And instead of putting those on a pedestal that have the things that you want and thinking that like it's unaccomplishable for you, that's going to change. You are going to be able to unapologetically go get the things that you want and not settle for average. So let me tell you guys a story about a conversation that I had with my father regarding me and my social media. Social media is very looked upon in the aviation industry, especially for pilots, because the floor and the ceiling of aviation and what we do as pilots is always safety and professionalism. I 1000% get that, agree with it, understand it. Nobody wants to see their pilots on their phones taking videos and on TikTok and stuff. We're just taken less seriously because of it. Most of us do it simply because we're wanting to share our passion. We're wanting to inspire others. We want to share our passion of the job that we do. At least that's why I do it. I love being creative on my social media. With that said, my father advises me, stay off your social media. And the reason for it is so that when it comes to the time for me to go apply to my big time airline job that I dream about and that I want so bad, he doesn't want HR to throw my resume in the garbage because they look me up on social media and don't like what they see. Again, 1000% understandable. By the way, my father is my best friend. He's my biggest cheerleader, my biggest fan, my biggest supporter. I am his biggest fan. I think he's the coolest dude around. He's my protector. So he knows the industry and he's just saying, Peyton, just like, you have such a good thing ahead of you. The way I'm interpreting his words is not how he's meaning to come across at all. It was something that I realized along the way of that conversation, and I thought about it in this certain way that I think could help other people achieve things that they really want to do. Out of the uncountable amount of conversations that him and I have had on this topic, there was one that really stood out to me. He was like, Peyton, you have an amazing career ahead of you. You could be making X amount of dollars. There's a 1000% success rate that you have. You've made it this far. Don't screw it up for a maybe with the social media. Where I'm going with this is the principle of people telling you to settle for something when you want greater, when you want more, when there's something you're looking for and you're not being fulfilled in all aspects of your life. Even though you may have it really good, you want more and you're searching. When people want to do something, but there's somebody telling them about the what if, don't screw it up, just keep doing what you're doing, don't take that risk. My interpretation of that is settle for average. I now have 148,000 followers on that TikTok page, and a bunch of you guys DMing me saying that I've been able to help you through flight training, that your sons and daughters are very inspired to get into flying because of my videos. None of that would be happening, and me and you would not be sitting here right now if I had listened to what my father said to me back then. I totally understood when I started that TikTok also that I may not ever get any views. Nobody may find these videos. I literally started doing it for fun. I put up a GoPro and I just started recording and I would make little edits of it. And what I did was I proceeded as if success was inevitable. And that's what I'm telling you to do too. Follow that dream, and if it doesn't go as planned, at least you can say you tried it. You can never go into a situation or an experience and come out with absolutely nothing. The only time you come out with nothing is if you never act on it and you never take action. At least you can then walk away living the rest of your life thinking, oh, it simply wasn't meant for me, rather than the what if I did try that? But you have no idea if you could have, simply because you chose not to. When I was a little girl, I always hated the idea of growing up. I was 9 years old the night before my 10th birthday, and I cried because I didn't want to turn double digits. I always hated the idea of graduating high school, college, because I wasn't excited for the life that came after that. Now, fast forward to the past couple years, I've found out that the reason that we are who we are is all based on past experiences. Once I sat with myself and processed and traced back all of the whys in my life, why am I like this? Why do I think like this? Why do I feel this way? It's because I grew up in an environment of a lifestyle, a bunch of people that live a certain lifestyle that I have no interest in living. Not that there's anything wrong with it. That's just not the desired lifestyle that I envisioned for myself or that I looked forward to living. I live in a beautiful, homey, tight knit small town in Connecticut, and everybody knows everybody on the road. Everybody knows everything about everybody. We all go to the same bars, the same restaurants every single weekend, the same football games every Friday night, every Saturday morning. A lot of my friends and their parents went to high school with my parents. A lot of them didn't leave. My perspective of what growing up looked like was, okay, I'm gonna graduate high school, I'm gonna go to college, and then we're all gonna move back here. I'm probably gonna marry somebody from my high school or from college, settle down here, have kids by 28, and live out the same life. That's all I thought I had available to me, because when you grow up in a certain environment and that's all that you know, that's all you think is available to you. Does that make sense? Nothing wrong with that, just not something that I wanted for myself. So when I saw that in my future, that made me not want to grow up. I remember I would drive by like nice cars and beautiful big houses. I thought that's for a certain category of people in this world, which it sounds so silly when I say it out loud, but it's subconscious. Almost like these people are like born with a label on their head that says like millionaire, billionaire, lawyer. But no, that's not how it is at all. And when I realized that and I caught that, that's when I realized I am capable of anything that I want to do. I am capable of achieving anything that I want to do. Anything that I want to make out of myself in this world, I can do. It's not about someone being special or that those people are special or that there's a certain amount of money set aside for those types of people. No, it's what you make out of your life. It's the decisions that you make. It's the way that you choose to live. It's the work that you put into you. But when you grow up in a very comfortable, like, we don't splurge, we don't have that type of money, it just becomes a part of you. That seems normal, you know what I mean? Where the rest of it just seems very out of reach. Or at least that's how I felt. Fast forward to today, I've done a lot of growing from that mindset. I'm getting a call, hang on. And now, if you ask me, Peyton, do you think you can do anything in this world? I will say 1000% yes. And I believe that everybody can do anything in this world as long as they take away those limiting beliefs and that think like, I'll just settle for average. It's fine. This is enough. No, it's not enough. And that's okay to say that. That is okay. So that's also what I've realized too. Is like, guys, I have an amazing life. I am 21 years old and what I'm doing is absolutely fantastic. I am so happy with what I do. I am so lucky and blessed to be where I am, doing the job that I am. I cannot even begin to tell you. So I felt really bad, like even thinking about maybe I'll do this too, maybe I'll do that too, because it feels like I'm almost ungrateful for the things that I have. Like, why do you need any more than what you have right now? But you can unapologetically say, no, I want more for myself. I want to build more for myself. I want more money. That's okay to say that. It's okay to want the finer things in life. And I truly believe that anybody that puts their mind to it can have that. And yes, I originally grew a really big platform on TikTok strictly from posting my flying and my flight instructing things. And I know when I posted anything else, it didn't get very much love. Nobody really cared to see that. But there is a lot of where this comes from that I'm talking about right now. And it actually gives me anxiety. Like when I think about it and I have all of these thoughts bouncing around my head and all these great things that I want to share with people, because it's such a normalized thing that people have these limiting beliefs on themselves and on their lives and on the things that they're capable of doing. I want to share this because I think that it can really help a lot of people. And I'm so passionate about that. And that's what I want to get into on my social media. I have so much energy that I want to put out there with this. I love being creative. Like those vlogs that I've been posting recently, I have so much fun making them and editing them and looking back too, like on the experience that I just had. Of course, I'm in the moment. I'm living in the moment. A lot of people are like, everybody with the cameras and the phones nowadays, just put it away. But like truly, when you record an awesome experience, like the things that when I was in California and when I went to this sunset yoga thing and I was recording it, I was fully living in the moment. Yes. It took me 2 seconds here and there to like quickly take out the phone, show it, and then you put it all together and you watch it and you're like, wow, that is so beautiful. Now I have that forever. I love making those videos. At one point recently, within the past couple months, when I first started talking about this with my dad, I did lay low on my social media a lot, and I would find myself like in the hotel rooms with all these thoughts bouncing around in my head, and it gave me anxiety. And then, you know what's even funnier is I'll have these thoughts about like these like mindset shifts in my head, and then I'll see a quote that validates it on Pinterest or something. It says it like 20 times shorter and 20 times better than what I was thinking, and I'm like, yeah, exactly. So I was telling myself, no, you can't risk it. Just shut up, lay low. It's not worth it. You want your 121 job. This is the quote that I saw on Pinterest. I have it in front of me. No action, and then an arrow, anxiety. Anxiety loves stillness, not the peaceful kind, the paralyzed kind. When you sit on ideas, feelings, and fears, they grow teeth. Action equals any action gives your brain proof that you're not powerless. Movement is the only antidote to mental spirals. There's a lot more to where that comes from. Like, I mean, that's even just with procrastinating. When you're procrastinating, it gives you anxiety. But if you were to just get the job done and out of the way, that anxiety wouldn't happen. My brother just got home. Something I also realized because of aviation being looked upon in this industry, I subconsciously found myself trying to put myself out there in a way that would be perceived as what the typical pilot should be, if that makes sense. It was subconscious, and I found myself backpedaling, and I was like, no, I chose a career because I love flying, because it's what I want to do as a job. I didn't sign up for a personality change. Of course, I'm gonna always maintain professionalism. That's not a question. And comply by any company's rules. Never speak about a company. Never make myself appear in any way that is disrespectful or unrespectable. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just getting at the fact of like me liking to do my makeup and being a girly girl in my little outfits and posing and pictures and this and that. I don't have to not have that because of a job that I want to do. I can uphold a professional standard at my job and show up with the skills to back that up without a personality change. Okay, I'm going upstairs because my brother. A job does not define me. A job is what I do to make money, and I'm still allowed to be my own individual and have my creativity and have my feminine side. Again, this is not about flying. I'm just speaking from my experience. This is about anybody, any relationship. Anytime you have to change yourself for a person, for a job, for a friend group, for this and that, and you have to change who you are to fit into that space, that's simply not a space that's meant to hold you. Not to mention, if you start feeling unsatisfied in your personal life or in a relationship because you're not you to your fullest extent, or you lose yourself along the way in any sort of form because of something exterior, you start to resent that thing, whether it's your job, again, a relationship, a friendship, anything. That goes for anything. So what I'm saying here, I love what I do. I love flying. I love all of that. But if I start to take away from the things I want to do in my personal life, and I start shrinking my personality because of it, that's when you start to resent something. So I saw a TikTok the other day, one of those that's like, oh, if you're seeing this, you were meant to see it. And you know what? I don't take all of those seriously all the time. Sometimes I will stay and watch it and be like, oh, maybe I was meant to see this. But if I've seen a couple in one day, I'm like, oh, it's just the algorithm, or it's because I watched the last one. But this one had like maybe 50 likes on it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to sit and watch it. And what it said spoke to me, and I'm going to read it to you. It said, share your voice, come out of the cave. Whether you're big on socials, whether you need to raise your voice to be seen or to be heard. But right now you're being called to share your voice. Then she pulled out one more card and she said, break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And then she went on to say, so what I'm getting here is breaking the chain that your past family has done. You are here, you are destined for a big, incredible life. You are simply breaking the chain of old habits. You do not have to live how your past family has lived. You get to rewrite and create your own dreams and visions. Mic dropped. Maybe you want to start posting too and you're like, I'm just embarrassed. Who cares? Who cares? Embarrassment is not real. It's not real at all. Who cares? Put your voice out there. We have one shot at this life. One shot. Why am I going to put myself in a box and limit myself to only being good at one thing? No, I want to be good at this. I want to be good at that. I want to experience this. I want to do that. I want to try this and that. Try different things. Just do it. We have one shot at this world. And if I have something to say that could maybe help people, that'd be great. For example, like I said, my TikTok, I gave good training to my students when I was a flight instructor, and I was able to put that out there and help other people around the world through their flight training. I was able to teach people that weren't paying me and weren't sitting with me in that cockpit. That is so cool. That's so cool because I just put myself out there. So if you have a dream or you have something that you want to try, but it seems out of reach, but you're like itching in your skin to get out and to go do that thing, do it now, right now. Like, that feeling is never going to go away. And you know what, too? Talking to, like, my grandmother, for example, she was a flight attendant at, like, age 18 for, like, a few months. And she said she was too young, too immature. She couldn't handle it. And she still, to this day, every single time she asks me about how flying is going for me, she's like, I just wish that I pursued that dream. She is 70-something years old, and she never fulfilled that for herself. And still to this day, even though it was, so she's 70-something now, let's say, so 50 years later, she still thinks about that. At least if you do it, you can say you tried it and it wasn't meant for you. But to live the rest of your life with the regret and the what if, that is not something that I have any interest in doing or feeling, and I don't think anybody should do that to themselves. No risk, no reward. Take the risk, and if something bad comes out of it, which something bad can never come out of it. It may not work out the way you want it to, but nothing bad will come out of it. But you certainly will learn something from it. My room is such a mess. This is why I was sitting downstairs. But you will never know unless you try. At least give yourself the peace of walking away and saying, okay, that wasn't for me. You don't ever have to fit in a box just because people are telling you it's the safest way to live. So take that how you want it. I hope this video was everything that I said it was going to be and more. And I am home currently in Connecticut. I came home to get my hair done from my mother, which I will fly as many hours as I need to for the rest of my life to get the blonde that she gives me. I am going to go out with my friends. I haven't even seen them yet. I'm going to go out with my friends tomorrow. I'm going back to Arizona. And I'm going to enjoy my night. Hope this could help somebody. Mwah.